This year's WWE Draft is set to take place on the 9th and 12th of October. Some WWE Draft picks over the years have paid off massively, while there are times where WWE has failed to think certain draft moves through. I'm Jeremy, and here are 5 WWE Draft picks that were quickly reversed. Number 5, Alex Riley in 2011. Alex Riley was moved to the Blue brand during the WWE Draft of 2011, seemingly ending his role alongside The Miz. Riley actually showed up on SmackDown following the draft. He was RKO'd by fellow draftee Randy Orton, and the following week, the former NXT rookie was back in The Miz's corner. Riley's alliance with The Miz landed him an appearance in the main event of WrestleMania 27, but the A-lister would eventually turn on him after losing the WWE Championship. The two faced off in a teacher versus student contest at Capital Punishment in June, with babyface Riley winning. Unfortunately for A-Ride, this victory didn't turn around his singles career. He was relegated to the bottom of the card pretty quickly, and perhaps a move to SmackDown would have been beneficial for Alex Riley. Number 4, Andrade in 2019. After the 2016 WWE Draft that kicked off the second brand split, the name was shelved for a few years, and we had the Superstar Shakeup instead. That being said, the 2019 edition of the Superstar Shakeup was a mess. Many moves happened after the stipulated week, including a few superstars moving to SmackDown after initially being drafted to Raw. Andrade was the primary one to move, going from SmackDown to Raw, and then back to SmackDown in just over a week. This was reportedly under Fox's request, which is strange since Andrade moved back to the Red brand during the WWE Draft later that year. Another possible factor may have been Charlotte Flair, Andrade's current fiancée, who was then feuding for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Nevertheless, the former United States champion was abruptly moved back to SmackDown alongside his manager Zelina Vega. This prompted WWE to shift Aleister Black, who was married to Vega as well. Everybody in question, including Charlotte, were drafted to Raw during the WWE Draft in October. Number 3, Triple H in 2004. During the first few years of the Ruthless Aggression era, nobody was more synonymous with Monday Night Raw than Triple H. He was the top superstar on the Red brand, spending most of his time as the World Heavyweight Champion. That is why it came as a massive shock when the game was drafted to SmackDown in the WWE Draft of 2004. Triple H even faced Eddie Guerrero for the WWE Championship that very night, with the match ending in a no contest. However, he would not remain on the Blue brand for long. In fact, Triple H didn't even appear on SmackDown before being traded back to Monday nights. Vince McMahon made the decision to send the game back to Raw after realizing the lack of established stars on the show. In a post-WWE Draft trade, Triple H was replaced on SmackDown with Booker T and the Dudley Boys. Remember Paul Heyman claiming that JBL won the WWE Championship because Triple H didn't want to work Tuesdays? Number 2, John Cena in 2011. Another false dawn for SmackDown during the WWE Draft came in 2011, as John Cena appeared to return to the Blue brand after 6 years on Raw. However, the 16-time World Champion ended up being both the first and last pick of the televised portion of the WWE Draft. Cena was drafted back to Raw at the end of the night, effectively killing any hopes SmackDown had in sizing up to WWE's flagship show. This was supposedly done to swerve the fans, but not every swerve is a good one. This ended up being the last WWE Draft for 5 years. SmackDown was still pretty solid in 2011, with the legendary rivalry between Randy Orton and Christian leading the way. Stars like Wade Barrett, Cody Rhodes, and Daniel Bryan got the opportunity to shine on the undercard as well. However, the brand split ended during the summer, and the Blue brand kind of became Raw Light. Number 1, Brock Lesnar in 2019. The first episode of Friday Night SmackDown on Fox was headlined by Brock Lesnar's 9-second WWE Championship victory over Kofi Kingston, which was also the Beast's first television match since his 2012 return to the WWE. Lesnar joined the Blue brand in the WWE Draft 1 week later as a result. However, the world title scene was all over the place at the time. Lesnar was set to face Cain Velasquez at Crown Jewel, with Raw's Rey Mysterio being his primary rival. Meanwhile, Raw's Universal Champion Seth Rollins was feuding with The Fiend Bray Wyatt, despite the two of them being separated by the WWE Draft. The Fiend won the Universal title at Crown Jewel, meaning SmackDown had both world champions. This was rectified one night later as Lesnar proceeded to quit the show and join Raw so he could get his hands on Rey Mysterio. It was a creative way to switch the WWE and Universal Championships around, but it was surprising considering the star power Brock Lesnar brought to Fox. His time as a SmackDown superstar following the 2019 WWE Draft lasted less than a month. And that is our list for today. Was there anything we missed? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well as our Facebook page. That way you know when the latest news and content comes your way. Thanks for tuning in.